Alright, welcome to video 5. In this video, I'm going to show you the option chain as well as I'm going to do the order default setting. Okay, let me show you what is it about. Okay, let me just open my thing or swim, count. Okay, collapse this. Alright, I'm going to goes to the trade tab here. Okay, I'm going to show you what how an option chain is going to look like. Okay, say for example, I'm going to key in this stock by the ticker symbol CSCO. So this is Cisco. Okay, just press enter. So let's wait for a while. Now what you're going to see is that you have the underlying bit which is being shown here. This is actually the stock. And over here you have the drop down of all the option chain. Okay, so this one is the November 2015 options. This one is November week 4 options. This is going to expire in 7 days later. So let's look at this one. This one is the December week 1 options. This one is going to expire 14 days later. So this is going to expire on the Friday. So these are all the weekly options. Okay, now this one here is the December 2015 the normal option, which is going to expire on the 3rd Friday of December. Okay, so there's 28 days for it to expire, and so on and so forth. So you have the January 2016, February 2016 option. So this is the option chain. Now let's look at, maybe for this case, we're going to look at the December 2015 options here. So click on here, you'll see that it's going to show a list of the options. Now let me just scroll down a little here. Okay, now let's observe here. Over this side here, these are called the core columns. So these columns here is all the core options. Alright. Over here, this is the put. This side here is all the put options. Now in between here, you can see that this is the strike price. Okay, now let's say for example, if you take a look, the price of Cisco stocks is now trading at 27.66 cents. So now what happened, you can see that there is an invisible line here, and instead this is separate into the white column here. This one is slightly yellow. Okay, this one is slightly yellow. This one is white. So there's an invisible line here which is in between 27 and 28. So this one here simply means that this is where the stock price is at now. Okay, now let's look at the December. So this is the strike price of 27. So over the strike price of 27, the put options, okay, is this is the bid price, 29 cents. This is the ask price. Okay, now this is the call options here. Okay, let's say look at the strike price of 26. So the bid price is 175. This one, the ask price is $1.91. Okay, so now let's say if you want to look at more strike. Okay, you can see over here I have only 8 strike price. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 strike price. So you may control the strike price here. Say let's say if I put to 4, so I have only 4 strike price to look at. Now maybe some of you want to look at more. So let me just click 14. Okay, now you can see that there's a lot more strike price now. Okay, so this is a strike price of 22. So this the ask price is 4 cents. Okay, the bid price there's 0, so nobody to trade that. Okay, let's look at the call options here of a strike price of maybe 29. So the bid price is 9 cents and the ask price is 10 cents. Alright, so of course if you want to, you can bring it all. So if you bring up all, you can see there's a lot of all other strike price. Alright, now let me just collapse this first, and I'm going to take a look at the January. So at the point of recording now, I'm at November. So this is the November 20th. So if I'm going to look at January 2016, so this is about 2 months from now. So let's just click on it. So you see the drop down. Okay, so this one here is where the strike price is 27, 26, 25. Over here you have the put, and over here you have the call. Alright, so that's it. Now I'm going to do this thing called the options default setting. Now at this point now, I'm going to look at the December options now. I'm going to maybe sell some options or maybe buy some options. Okay, I'm going to make it fast here. So of course, at this point, you do not have to worry. In the subsequent video, I'm going to show you how to buy it properly or how to sell it properly. Now I'm just simply just click it. So now when I click it, okay, so I'm just going to click it. I'm going to sell it. So the moment I click it, I'm going to sell. You do notice that there's a pop-up box. Now when the pop-up box is being shown, can you see that I'm going to sell the options, and by default, this minus 10 here. This minus 10 here simply says that I'm going to sell 10 Cisco contract, Cisco call options contract. So I'm going to sell 10. So this is the default setting. So if I'm going to click this thing here up, okay, so it becomes 0. Okay, I'm going to click it down and click it. So the incremental is going to go in the quantums of 10. All right, this way. Now I do not really like this setting. Okay, this setting, why is it so? Because personally I have made a mistake. Last time when I was doing this, I tend to be a bit blur. So when maybe I'll just delete first. So let's say if I do a quick selling, immediately when I do a quick selling, okay, I'm fine, and then immediately I press a confirm and send. So by default, I'm actually selling 10 options contract. So I do not want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this default setting. Okay, so how should you go about doing it? Alright, I'm going to delete this, collapse this. So now on this options trading platform, this TOR platform, please move your cursor to this point here, this setup here. When you click on here, alright, you see this thing called the application setting. So click on it. Alright, so you have this pop-up box. So go to this point here, it's called the order default. Alright, click on it, and over here you'll see that the stock default quantity is actually 100 and the increment is 100. So I'm going to click on options now. So you can see my default quantity order, it starts with 10 and my increment is also 10. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to 1, and in this I'm going to change this to 1, and I'm going to apply the setting. Okay, now what I have done is just that I have already changed my setting to 1. In short, okay, now let's look at the option chain again. So let's say I'm going to look at the December options chain. Let's say I'm going to sell I'm going to sell a call, I'm going to sell a put here on this side. So let me just put a click here. So you can see that the moment I put a click here, immediately this pop-up box, by default, I'm going to sell 1 contract only. So by doing this, I feel safer, because if we do not make this control, there is sometimes we may be a bit blur, or maybe we are not careful, then by default we are going to sell 10 options. Alright, so I hope that you can do this kind of setting so that it is safer for you. Okay, thank you. So that's all for this video.